Going back a long time, at the age of 10, I had my first dose of depression, though I didn't realise it at the time. And it wasn't until a number of years later that I actually discovered that's what it was back then. If somebody it's awful low, you might be lucky, you might get him to discuss if it's troubling him, but you might not. If they're really bad, they'll be awful unwilling to speak. But if it's the right person that's speaking to them, they will come out of their box eventually. I would say the best way to describe it was that I was trapped. Every day was a struggle. And this particular day I was home alone, and I thought, this is never ever going to get any better. So I took it upon myself to take my own life. The next course of action was to take me to hospital, and we went to Aberdeen in an ambulance. The person that helped me the most is my wife, Jill. She got me out of my bed in the morning and got me going. She is the person that kept me on the straight and narrow once I got back on my feet. We both knew that we had to change the setup of what we currently had at the time. And that was what was done. If you are in business with somebody else, you need to sit down and get it all cut and dry. Putting it off will only make it worse, especially if you're now singing for the same hymn sheet. If you're really struggling and you get somebody that's being really nice and prepared to listen to what you've got to say, it will make you feel a lot better. And a 1 to 10, I would say kindness is about 9. It's a great thing that mental health's being put out there. There are people that will get really catch on to this and it'll help them. And there's folk that'll take no notice of what you're trying to do. But I think it's a great thing what you're trying to do. Working alone's no good, but inevitably that is going to happen some of the time. But there's people that'll probably say, oh, but I haven't got time to get to one of that events. But it's a really good thing for folk to catch up and be out and about. You hear somebody else's problems or how they're getting on or how they're feeling. It's often important, especially if it's just going round and round in their head wondering what the best way forward is. Unless they speak to somebody, they'll never get nowhere. Lambing and ploughing's my 2 favourite jobs, and working with other people.